Spring break travelers face delays as airports see long lines this week, worsened by a partial government shutdown and rising sick calls among TSA screeners. Chris Van Cleve reports.
Robert Echeverria worked the TSA checkpoints at the Salt Lake City airport for 9 years, but with no paycheck or end in sight to the latest partial government shutdown, he quit.
I love the agency. I love the people that I worked with, but my family has to come first.
Was it a hard decision to leave?
It definitely was.
The father of 3 felt he had no choice but to take another job. He's now among more than 300 TSA officers who have quit since the shutdown began last month, according to agency figures obtained by CBS News.
I think the hardest thing is seeing the struggle that my wife was going through and not trying to bring more stress to her, but seeing her cry every night. How am I going to feed my family? How am I going to survive?
It seems like it still weighs on you a little bit.
It does, because again, these are people that I was with for over 9 years.
That strain and this week's missed paycheck are taking a toll. Food pantries like this one in Salt Lake City are opening up at airports across the country as TSA sick calls have more than doubled during the shutdown. At Houston's Hobby Airport Sunday, wait times topped 3 hours after more than half of TSA officers called out, just as the nation's airlines expect a record-breaking 171 million flyers for spring break. Former TSA Administrator John Pistol.
But it does concern me about the possibilities of operatives, bad guys who are wanting to try to exploit a perceived vulnerability because there's not as many people on at TSA showing up for work.
And for TSA officers, this is the second prolonged government shutdown since just last October. They are among the lowest paid federal government workers. Average salary is about $45,000 to $55,000 a year, and it can take months to train replacements. They'll eventually get back pay, but not until the political stalemate in Washington is resolved, and that doesn't appear to be happening anytime soon. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Salt Lake City.